What's up, guys? It's your girl, Mac Cox with Couture Crafting Conversations. I made it. Yay! Welcome to my first live. So let me tell you guys a little bit about how this is going to go. So I have like 5 topics, and they should be in the description in my YouTube and on my Facebook. So I'm going to go through and we're going to have some crafty conversations. We're going to do some talking. I'm going to tell you why I chose what I chose. And then it gets fun because that's when you guys participate. That's when I'm going to open up. I'm going to drop a link in the descriptions in the chat. And if I see a quilt in the background, so I can see what's going on. If I see a quilt in the background, I'll invite you onto the channel so that I can see what it is that you're working on. I'm going to ask you a ton of questions. We're going to have some back and forth chats, and everybody is going to give you your flowers. We're going to love on you and so on and so forth. So let's get into my first topic. So my first topic is going to be about Eleanor Burns. You guys are probably like, why on earth did you choose Eleanor Burns? Because when I on Saturday mornings, I would totally watch Eleanor Burns in the morning. I know it's random, but it was before I ever started quilting. I just would constantly watch her all the time. My husband can tell you all about Eleanor Burns and what she's got going on. So here we go. I'm going to read to you some of this. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Don't freak out. But over 30 years ago, Eleanor Burns introduced her first book. It was Quilt in a Day book. And that began a quilting revolution. She invited all types of sewers to participate in an age-old tradition using her unique style, a diverse combination of cutting, sewing applications which replace scissors and templates with rips and strips, bringing rotary speedwork to patchwork. She introduced an incredibly rapid stitching system, applying the method of assembly line sewing to piecework. Her concise step-by-step directions were easy to grasp, allowing anyone to be successful at making a quilt. I'm going to skip around a little bit. She's been doing this since 1978 when she self-published that first book, Make a Quilt in a Day, The Log Cabin Pattern. Now, that's the show that I'm familiar with, Quilt in a Day. I had no idea that she was in San Diego. I've actually gotten a chance to go to her store. And in her store, in the back, you can see that she has her set. Like you can see where the set is. Let me know if you guys have been there. Let me know if you've ever been to the store. Leave it in the chat for me. So yeah, I've been down there. It's great. She's got that TV series. It was on PBS. I didn't realize it ran for 6 seasons. It might still be on. Now, all of a sudden that I've started quilting, I don't watch quilting anymore. I guess I don't have time for it. I don't know. And quilting arts, I don't think that comes on. And that used to be my jam. So it was like a little lineup on Saturdays. As a young woman, she received her Bachelor's of Science degree in education from Edinburgh State College. What else is interesting? I think what's kind of interesting is how she's got a kind of a contemporary, it's old school, but if you look at her patterns, which there are like a million patterns, Eleanor Burns has so many patterns in her store. It's unbelievable. But if you look at them, they do kind of have a contemporary feel to them. I wouldn't call them necessarily modern. It does still come on PBS. Thank you, So Love. How are you doing? Thanks for hanging out with me. I didn't know it still came on. I might need to check it out, but I kept catching the same episode. Like I need them to give me a few more episodes. It was that same one about the blocks that go on the outside of a barn. I wish I had a barn because I would totally put a funky block on the outside. You guys better hope I don't ever have a barn because a block is forthcoming. But yeah, Eleanor Burns, you guys, what I do not want to do, hey Gloria, is end up at a quilt show or something and Eleanor Burns come up and talk to me and I don't know who she is. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing. I'm going to be picking all kinds of people to talk about. We'll just see kind of who pops up. But Eleanor Burns was one of the first people that I saw sewing on TV. And so I just used to watch it before I ever even thought I was going to be a quilter. I was just kind of entertained. I love when she gets the scraps and she throws it behind her back. I'm like, where is she? Who's going to pick that up? And if you step on it, you're going to slip. So if you've got like, why are you throwing your scraps behind you? But she just used to cut it and take her scraps and toss it. So yeah, that's Eleanor Burns. Let's move on to topic number 2. Now I'm gonna tell you guys, I have grabbed some videos, okay? And yes, I've clipped them and edited them, and I'm going to be talking all through them. If you want to see the actual video, I've left links to watching the video. So don't be annoyed because I'm getting ready to do the things, okay?
Thimbles. I like hand sewing. I also know that it's much easier for me to use a thimble that has a hard tip and it has this
So
great
we've got
silicone cuff.
Donna
And if your
Robertson.
needle gets
Nobody's
stuck
shocked
while you're
that I
doing your
filled her. I've
stitching,
been doing
you can
her
just grab the
3-yard quilt
needle
series
and pull.
constantly.
This becomes a
Right here,
needle
she's
puller.
showing this
So
thimble.
it's
I want
always
this
right
thimble.
there
I see
whenever
it, but she
you
made me want it
are
because you're
ready
able
for
to
it.
push
Now,
and
these
actually like
are the
lock
thimbles.
onto
They
it
come
and
in
pull the
three
needle.
different sizes.
Need to have
They
it.
are
Want
either
it.
small, medium, and
Small, medium, and
large.
large. I want
I
them all. I
actually
don't know
used the
which size I'm going to
large
like
when we were
best.
laughing
The
earlier
next time I'm in a
because Hannah
store, I'm
uses the
picking these
very
thimbles up.
smallest one.
Tell
So
me if
we're
you
just
guys
kind of
see
judge
these
how
or if
big
you
your
guys have used
hand
these at
is
all.
and what size thimble. We're going to show you how to use these are the thermal thimbles. When you're
Thermal
pressing your
thimbles, I want
binding,
these
you want a
too.
really
But you
good
guys know that
crisp
I'm a notions girl, so I
press,
always
and
want the
these work
notions.
wonders. It
All the
comes in three
notions.
different
But do you
sizes.
guys know how
I'm
many
going
times
to show
I've
you how
burned
to
my
use
finger
these. I'll
messing
also
around
show you
with
how
some
to take them
thimbles? I
on and
mean, messing
off
around with that iron. I
without
just,
damaging them.
all the time. Where have those been
The
my whole
next thing
life?
is whenever you are pressing on one finger, they come in three
Okay, so
sizes,
then she shows you how to
and then you
take them
put
off. Somebody
one
pulled
on the
it and then
thumb.
they ripped it, so
So
don't do
that's
that.
how
Let's
I
not
put these
rip
on. And I'm
the
going to show you how to
thimbles.
take them off in just a
I'm just
minute.
going ahead and roll them off.
Okay, so now you
Next
got
coming
those
up
on,
is
and you
her
take your
binding
iron.
technique.
You want to give it
The
a little
reason why I'm
spritz
showing this
with
is
your
because she
bench
has this
press and
planted
fold
into her
this into
3-yard
the
quilts, and
center.
I couldn't figure
And
out
then if
what
you
on
can
earth.
take an iron
Let me
while
actually
you are
mute this for a
holding
second
this.
or pause this for a second. I couldn't figure out why on earth I would want to use her binding technique. But what it is if you are down to your last little bit of scraps and you're like, I want to be able to make a coordinating binding. And she has you cut to these strips and they're like 1 1/4. And I'm like, what? I usually cut a 2.5 inch strip or a 2 1/4 inch strip, fold it in half, sew it to the back of the quilt, and then I pull mine to the front. You guys might sew it to the front and pull it to the back. I get it. That's kind of what we know. But then she's got this little tiny bit of strip. And I'm like, how is this going to become a binding? I showed you guys how I did it on one of my videos, one of those traditional like country video quilts that I did. And it was my first time ever doing this. And I want to say she calls it, I forget what this binding technique is called. It's something like, I forget. But what she does is she takes this super duper tiny strip, folds it in half, then folds it in a quarter, and then she sews it. But what she never showed us was how on earth we get these corners together. Turns out you do your corners the exact same way that you would when you're sewing your binding on regularly. I figured it out. I showed it on my video, but this is her way of showing it. And if you get a chance to actually watch it and you're new, it's cool. It's cool. Hey, Jamie. Thanks for showing up. Okay, so now I'm going to go on ahead and let this play. Again, I've clipped it. It's going to jump around. If you want to see the actual video, go ahead and check out her video. The link is in the description. Don't leave me now, but it will it'll be down there.
In place. You can put your
And I
iron
don't know that I
tip
would
in
use
there and
the
move
iron
right down
quite the way
that
that she is
until
doing
you've
it
got this really
between
good
her fingers
crisp
like that. But I
corner.
do want those thimbles, and I
Now,
haven't seen
to
them
take those
anywhere.
off, this is very important when you take them
Yeah,
off.
Gail, me too.
One
Now
customer
that you've
calls
seen
and
them at
she says she
Joann's, you
pulled the
want them?
tip
Yeah,
right
I
off
want them. But then
when
I
she
want all
reached
the
in and
things.
grabbed it
So,
and pulled it
it's
off.
me.
Well, the best way
All the
to take them
notions.
off is just to roll it off. They just roll right off. They're so super easy, and then they pop back out again. All right. Now we've got it all pressed, and it's nice and crisp. And
What
now
is
we're
this
going
binding
to
called? Why
start
can't I
putting
think of it?
the
I
binding
don't know.
press. The first
Hey,
thing you want to
Linda.
do is put right sides together. You will set your machine for a scant
And
quarter
do a
inch.
scant
A
quarter
scant
inch. Don't
quarter
try to do a
inch is
full quarter
about
because then you're
one
going to have some
stitch
issues with
more
rolling that sucker
narrow
over
than a quarter
to the
inch.
front or the back, whichever
I'm
way
going to
that you
use
choose to
my
do it.
quarter inch foot to sew this on. So whenever I'm sewing, I want my foot to be just about like that so you can see a little bit. You can put a piece of tape up if you'd like. We use the sewing edge. I use it a lot to mark my scant quarter inch. So you're sewing this on right sides to right sides. And here's a trick that I just learned. You'd think that a woman who's been sewing for as many years as
I
I've
get
been
it.
sewing,
You learn these
I
tricks.
lay
Her
a
trick is just
pin
that you stop
right
right
at
here.
the edge of my fabric where it falls off. And as you're sewing,
Glenda
when
made it.
your
Yay.
foot right here reaches that pin, you
Glenda,
still
you giving
have
me
a
a virtual
stitch or
hug?
an
Look at
inch
you
remaining.
being all
So
fancy.
peeking and so forth, but this is the best way to do that. Now you sewed it right there, you stop, you lock stitch, and then this is how you miter your
So
corners.
this is how she does her corners. Perfect. It's the
You
same way
want
that
to
we would have
fold
done
this
it
back.
regularly, but I needed to
It
see
should
it.
make
And
a
so she took
straight
the time to
line
actually do the
with the
video,
edge of your piece of
and that makes
fabric
me
here.
happy.
And then the one way you can do this, you just have to remember to take this pin out. You don't want to sew over your pins. So we're going to put a pin there to hold it. You then fold this back over like so. And I need to pull this over a little closer. I'm
And
having
then
a
you're
little
just going to sew
difficulty
down
with
the
my
side
my
once you pulled it
vision from
back.
afar here. Okay. So
Again,
once again,
it's if you're in a pinch and you
you
just
are
have a
going
tiny bit of
exactly
binding
the
left
same.
and you want to
Yep,
go on
turn
ahead
it around.
and
This is exactly the
I think
same
it's
thing
economy
as
binding. That's what
this.
it's called. Economize.
You then start
This is how to
sewing
do it.
right out here
You
on the
really don't
thread.
need all that
Start
extra
right here
fabric.
and
I found
continue
it a
your
little bit
scant
difficult to
quarter
keep it
inch as
straight
you are
when I
sewing.
was
So
because I wasn't
that's the
hand
way
sewing and
to
I was doing it by
miter your
machine.
corners.
And it was a
You
little bit
back seam
flimsy, but
together,
it really
take
does
your
work and it looks about the
pins
same.
out, you've basted it together. You want to make sure that
Yellow, you said you didn't know that
now
either
what
until
is
she
that?
explained about the foot.
Let me
Yeah,
see here.
me either.
Um,
And then you
we
just
need
sew
to
these
figure it
together.
out.
I like that she
Okay,
sews
so
these
that looks
together
like
because trying to
it's
miter your
stitched in
corners,
place.
that's not my gift. I
Now we're
never know
going
which one to
to
flip. It's never
cut
tight enough.
this
I have started actually
and leave
finishing my
just a
binding just like
quarter
this. It's not like
inch.
I'm entering it in a quilt show or anything. So it's like, not a big deal. So that is Donna Robertson from the Fabric Cafe. Again, her link will be in the bio. I just wanted to grab you a little bit. Hey, Dr. Sylvia. I just wanted to grab a little bit of it just to show you guys something that I came across that I think is kind of interesting. All right, now this next video is going to be a little bit longer, but where was this video? What was it, 2 or 3 weeks ago when I was trying to, my new best friend, yay, hey, when I was trying to ruffle stuff. Okay, you guys ready? This is about the ruffler foot.
There's definitely a lot going on with this
This is
foot, but it's
so
very
very
easy to
easy.
install and
Her
use.
link is in the
We do
description too.
need to put it into the machine, so the shaft is going to go here. This little U is going to go where the needle is, just like a walking foot.
I bought this
So
foot
it's this up and down
and it
motion
looks just
with
like
the fabric
this
running through that
and it
makes this
works.
work. At the
However,
top,
you cannot
you will see
use
these little
this
notches.
foot for
And
minky
each one of
fabric.
those
I was trying to make
notches
a minky
will do
ruffle so
something
bad, guys.
different.
I wanted it so
The first
badly
one
and
has
it
a
was
number
such a
1.
fail. You
That means
cannot
it's going to
ruffle
take a
minky. I don't care
ruffle
what you say. Maybe if
every
I had done
single
it by
stitch.
hand, but
Just pick that up
couldn't get it
and
to
move it.
wrinkle.
Now it's on a
And
6,
so you can move this
which
little
means
thing
it's
here
going to
from
take a
increments so
ruffle
you can get,
every
every
6
6 stitches, it'll
stitches.
ruffle. You
So
can
we're
get
going
it
to
to ruffle
do
every
6
single
stitches,
stitch.
and
That's
it's
kind
going
of
to
what
take a
she's going
while.
through
And
here.
then just start sewing. You will see that
Again, I've
foot
clipped and jumped
turning
all around.
forward.
So now I'm getting ready to show you what it looks like. And it works just like this. I bought it off of Amazon for maybe, I
So
don't
it
know,
made
20,
a little
20, 30 bucks.
pleat
It
and a
wasn't too
little
expensive
ruffle
either.
every single stitch. So let's lift this up and move it over to the number 6. And we're going to notice that we're going to do a pleat
And also, you
and
need
then
to be
6
sure that you're
stitches.
using not super thick fabric.
So we have
Cotton is
6
fine.
stitches
But
and a
when you
pleat.
start doing a couple of
So if you
layers, it
wanted to do
worked, but
some
it didn't work as
flowers
great.
or just a ruffled
This is where it
edge,
got
you can
interesting to
do it
me.
here. So we're going to
This
see
gives
this
us
top
so
piece
many
ruffled,
ideas and
but the bottom
opportunities. At
will
least it
stay
gives me
flat.
some ideas and some opportunities here. Because I can now start to layer some fabrics and some ribbons on top of one another. So if I'm doing a quilt as you go and I'm
And
laying
we
a
can use
sashing,
ribbon
now the
or
sashing can
anything
get
we
kind of
want
funky.
that
Like now we
goes
can
in
do some things
between.
with it. I can throw a
And we
couple of
do have the
different
guides at the top to
ribbons
help
down the
us.
center. And
And we
I
also
think
have the
that's
guides
interesting.
at the
I think that's
bottom
worth
if we
noting
want the
that we can
fabric to
add things
line
like
up
this.
closer to this edge.
I
So
think.
we have a
I
guide
think
on the
so.
side,
Let me know
a
what you guys
guide on
think.
the
Let me know if
bottom,
you guys have
and
ever tried
guides
a ruffle
on the
foot,
top.
if you
So
ever
we can
would try a
really
ruffle
see
foot.
it gathering in
But this is where I was
that
like, oh,
ribbon.
okay, I can put a ribbon. I hadn't seen anybody put a ribbon down the center. And I can decide whether I
You
wanted to
can see
gather
where
every
all of
single
that
one,
ribbon has
every
been
other
pulled,
one.
that fabric has been stitched on. And here's that area where we've had 12 stitches in between. So complicated, but it's really easy when we
Laura's
break it
always talking
down.
about something that's so
You can
very easy.
decide
And
how
that
often you
actually,
want the
that foot,
ruffles.
it
Do
works.
we
I've
want
used
big
it. I've
ruffles
played
or
with it.
small ruffles? We have
Probably have some
buckles
stuff
that are
coming with
going
it
to
down the
guide
line.
us
We'll
and
see.
keep that fabric
Something to play
straight.
with.
Are we going to ruffle
All right,
just the
this next
fabric
one,
by
it's going to be a
itself,
shorter video.
or use the
Something
outer
else I
borders
stumbled
of
across
ruffling
from
right on top of the
Indiana. Hey,
fabric that we
Karen,
want
look
to
at
do?
that.
And of
Indiana
course,
in the
we can still
house.
change the stitch length of our
What? You
sewing
got yours
machine.
in the mail yesterday? Oh, so you were already on it. You already knew. You already knew. You're about that ruffle life. All right. This is the last video of my finds this week of YouTube. Matter of fact, if you guys ever have a video and you guys want me to see it, you want me to review it, you want to know what I think of it, some ideas for it, tag me on Instagram, tag me on Facebook, just send it to me and I'll check it out. Let me know what you like about it too, and we'll check it out. All right, last video. I realized the music is, kind of actually. It was this fabric for me. That reminds me of that Chanel kind of fabric. Michael Miller has, it's like, that's not houndstooth, like a Chanel kind of fabric that I want to try so badly. And this kind of reminded me of that. And it's black and white. And y'all know I'm a black and white girl. I love me some black and white anything. But the way that this block comes together is indeed kind of interesting. I was like, okay, I see you. I see you, block. Hey, Stephanie. Thanks for showing up. Thank you, Karen. Damo's in the house. Thanks for your support, Damo. Look at all those black and whites. Oh, I like the way this comes together. It's simple, it's fast. I like what she did with the black and white fabric. Of course, nothing new there. Oh, look at that. Mm, mm, mm. It finishes at 6x6. I'd probably make mine larger because that's just who I am. I find that I always want to enlarge something. Every time I make something, I want to make it bigger. Never smaller. I'm not into tiny piecing yet. Who knows where this journey will take me, but as of right now, tiny piecing, not so much. All right, guys, we are going to move on to topic number 3. Let's see what we got here. This is going to be our video finds and whatnot from not video finds, from our Instagram and our Facebook. Let's see what we got. Okay, this one is by April. I think it's Buckman. Let's say Buckman. Let me tell you guys, this is my all-time favorite. When I say all-time favorite quilt block that I've run across thus far, this is my jam. I love, love, love the card trick. This is it. This is my quilt block. I don't know if I want to do a quilt with just nothing but card tricks. I don't know what I want to do with it, but I met this block in that sampler quilt that used to be behind me whenever I was doing my videos in the very beginning. I don't know. It's just something about it. Tell me, do you guys have you guys checked these out? Have you guys seen what? Oh, yay! Guess what? I got my very, very first super sticker. Okay, let me tell you. Whenever somebody does a super sticker or a super chat or anything, this is what's gonna happen. Oh, I'm so excited. Aw. Okay, where are we at? My very first super sticker gets a very, very special thank you. You guys ready? Here it comes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Karen. I sure appreciate it. Oh, okay. And I saw another one too. You guys forgive me. This is my first one. So, that's my girl, Damo. What? Damo, let me get you. I've got something for you. Let me see. Let me see what I got for you. Oh, I know what I got for Damo. Damo, thank you so much. I sure appreciate it so, so very much. Your super chats and super stickers just are going to help keeping this going along. You guys already know fabric is expensive. And so it's definitely going right back into the brand. All right. Again, my favorite quilt block. Did you guys talk about this? Do you guys love this quilt block? Is it just me? Am I the only one? I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that it's an illusion. Okay. So enough about this. What else did I find? I love bright colors, but there's something about a churn dash, which is what this block is. I used it with that super traditional quilt that I did, and it's I don't know, it's something about it. Maybe it's the half square triangles, I don't know, but this color story, oh, she killed it, guys. Oh, she killed it. I'm so excited. It gives me, I don't know, it's the color story. I like brights. I like traditional stuff too, but the mix of the traditional and this color story, it speaks to me. I like it. It's bright, it's bold, but it's traditional. It's like a oxymoron. It's the duality of it, I guess. I don't know. I don't know, but I like it. And this one is by Jessica Quilter. She's got a presence on Instagram. We know her, and the way that she took this picture is just, oh, why can't I get a good picture like that, right? Okay, Quilting Jet Girl. This one stopped me in my tracks. When I found this, I didn't know what to do. And you guys are probably like, well, what, why? What? I'll show you. So at first I was like, is this like a snowflake or something? And I thought, oh, I should be able to do this. This is nothing but a couple of half square triangles, right? Yeah, right. It's all fun and games until you really get a little closer. So I'm thinking, okay, half square triangles right here, all the way back up, a square right there. I should be able to knock that out. But then it gets tricky right in here. Right? And I'm like, well, how did she, what? But what really drew me to this, where she really just knocked it out the park, is in the quilting. And I am not somebody who likes to do my own quilting. One of the reasons is the machine that I was originally sewing on was small. I like to do big quilts, and it's not my gift. It's not something that I love to do. I would be a digital quilter. I would love to go on ahead and program what I want digitally in a computer system and then have it quilt up. I know that's me. I know that's my jam. Eventually, I am going to get a long arm machine. I've decided on which one I'm going to get, and we'll see. But right here, can you guys see it? She dropped some 12 weight thread in the ditch. What? Who stitches in the ditch with 12 weight thread? I've never seen this done before. This knocked my socks off. I'm here for it. You will definitely, I'll probably do this exact quilt. I'll probably change the color story. I mean, the greens are cool with this white. It's not a color story that I ever would have chosen or thought, but it goes. And this 12 weight thread, what? She killed it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Go ahead with your bad self, Miss Quilting Jet Girl. Okay. Who we got next? Oh, this is her mock-up. So then she did a couple of different color stories. I like this blue. Maybe I'll do the blue one. Is there one that stands out to you guys that you guys see? Um, Shirley, you like card trick too? Well, the stuff that you do, I love your stuff too. So I already know that you and I would be simpatico on many, many things. Aw, Karen, thanks. I think I've actually got another one coming, Karen. So keep your eye out for another Disney quilt. So this is her mock-up. I like the orange one, but then it's against black, and so of course I would like it. You guys, Bryn. Oh, Bryn, look at this. So already the color story, I'm here for it. Let's look. And he's got like this, it's like a study that he's doing right now where it's just tons and tons of strips. And I'm like, okay, cool. But it's the way he tells his color story. I mean, it's just something magical that he's got. He does not have a huge following, so don't think that the people that you tag me in need to have a huge following or anything like that. I don't care. Good is good is good, and this is good. He's doing a gradient, and you might be like, yeah, but no, that's a special. There's something very, very special about the way that he put these colors together. If you gave me all these colors, I don't know that I would have thought to do it. And look how he got funky down the center with this gray strip and then the smaller strip and then the bigger strip. You guys, Bryn is one to watch. I really, really, really think that he is going to super surprise us coming up. Look at the way that he told this color story. I've been staring at it constantly, constantly. So I get it. So we've got some pinks that gradiate to right here, and then he jumps into these oranges. I'm like, all right, I can handle that. I can handle these grays. So we go from the lighter gray to the black. But where he got me was over here in this corner. I'm like, how? What made you grab these pinks and put them in this order against this blue? I just, he can tell a color story. So I grabbed a couple of his. I was on his page going ham. And then there's this one. I always say, I'm like, what? What? Brown? Who? Not me. Never. I want to do this exactly color for color. I want it. I want it bad. I don't want it for my husband. I want it for me. I want to pick each and every one of these strips and duplicate this quilt exactly. It speaks to me. It's simple. I love stripes. I love polka dots. It calls my name and it's an ombre. But who would think to do a brown ombre? I have never in my life thought to do a brown ombre. Never. But this, and I'm like, how is he cutting it? Because this looks like this right here is a salvage strip. So is he cutting just long strips? Because this doesn't appear to be pieced. And I don't know how large this is, but obviously he's my new obsession. You guys get it. I'm sure you're like, yeah, this is a you kind of quilt. I'm sure you guys are like, yeah, it looks like something you would like. But again, follow me on Instagram. Tag me on the things that you want me to see. Tag me on your friends' posts. Whatever you want to do, let me know and I will talk about it. All right, moving on to, I believe this is the last one. So this is a pattern by Apples and Beavers. It was done by Sarah in Stitches. She actually did a couple of different variations of this dragon. I was stalking this woman for this pattern. She released it so early. I hate when people say that they're going to release stuff and it's early because I'm like, no, I want it right now. I want it right this very second. I can't wait. I have no discipline when it comes to waiting. I wanted this immediately. I would hit her up daily. Like, is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? And then she drops it and I've got 50 other quilts that I want to do because, it's always another pattern that I see and that I want to do. So my mother has been asking me to do a quilt for her forever, and so she's actually going to get this one. She doesn't know that she's going to get it, but she's gonna get this quilt. She needs a baby quilt. I'm probably going to drop a name right here. So since she's released this, and she only released it maybe a month ago, but she's got some different variations. She's got some different sizes. She originally just released this size. And I like this color story. It's very primary. I like primary colors. One was for her son, one was for her daughter. And her daughter, I think, got a purple one. I think I'm going to do this dragon in grunge fabrics. Yeah, because I don't think I want it in straight solids. I don't think. Hey, Alicia, you made it though, right? I think this dragon is dope too. I'm here for it. All right, let's see. Where are we going next? Okay, so we have talked about what I have found. Again, if you see something that you like on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, tag me so that I can go ahead and check it out, and we will go from there. So now we're going to move on to our next topic, and I think that is notions. Yes, notions. We are going to talk about that block lock. Let me grab it. Okay. Block lock rulers. I did that traditional quilt once again, and you guys really were paying attention because I got so many questions about that ruler. Not only did I get questions about the ruler, people were like, "Oh no, I'm buying it." Like, no, where do I go? Where do I go to get it? I'm buying it. I want to see it. I was like, "What?" So that's when I knew I was onto something. So I have the half square triangle rulers. And I think I bought a set of 3. I might have 3 or 4 rulers, but I know that I have a really large one. I want to say it's the 12 by 12 and a half by 12 and a half. I've got the medium one, and then I've got one that's a little bit smaller, I think. I go through a whole video about how to do it. And on here, they actually have a couple of these little diagrams about telling you how to do the math for them, which is excellent. Because doing the half square triangle is a pain in the butt, especially if you're trying to get the 7/8 and all that. I don't have time for that. And I know that people are very cautious about giving away a bunch of their fabric, cutting stuff and tossing it. I get it. Ain't nobody got time for that. However, when it comes to a half square triangle, I'm willing to lose it, although I'm a little frivolous with fabric, but I'm willing to go on ahead and oversize so that you can cut it down. And that's what I think is the best way to get half square triangles that actually are exact. And I mean, you will get an exact half square triangle. What I didn't understand is that when people saw this ruler, they didn't realize that it has this groove in the center. So what happens is it actually locks onto that center groove, and it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. Something that I want to do. Oh, cool. Memoirs of a Long Armor. She was just talking about the half rectangle ones. I haven't done a half rectangle yet. I'm here for it. I'm ready. I want to try it. I like the way that they look. I like some of the designs that you can get with it. And so the half square rectangles, I'm going to try those too. But if you do anything with a half square triangle, like anything, I suggest you do it with this ruler. It's just going to make your stuff so much more accurate, so much more beautiful. I saw it demonstrated at Road to California with Deb Tucker because she's a good saleswoman. I mean, if she's going to show it to me, I'm probably going to buy it. And she just made it look so easy. So if you want to see a demonstration, go on ahead and check out my one of the videos with the traditional quilts that I did. It's the blue and like it's the traditional ones. You'll see them. They stand out because they're the only two traditional quilts that I have done thus far. And they are in that 3-yard quilt series that I've been on right now. All right, now let's see where we're going from here. Let's talk about topic number 5. We are moving right through this. This might be just an hour-long show, which is okay with me. It's all right with me. I'm going to grab this Cricut. Well, let's talk about the Cricut. Cricut has been in the news a bit lately because they tried to do something a little tricky and they wanted to make people start paying for a service that they've given thus far for free. And the world went crazy. All the Cricut people were like, absolutely not. No, we're not doing it. You're wrong for that. And Cricut was like, okay, we hear you. You're upset. We're not going to force the issue. And they recanted. So then a month later, they drop 2 new machines. They dropped the Cricut Maker and they dropped the regular Cricut. Now, as quilters, I don't know if you guys have these cutting machines. I know that a lot of this, we kind of cross over paper crafters. You're crafty, you're just crafty. I was asked if I was going to buy the Cricut Maker 3. Yes. Yes, I am going to buy the Cricut Maker 3, but not because I think that I need to have it over the current Cricut. So they made a Cricut and then they named, this is the actual second one, even though they call it Cricut Maker 3, it's really the second version of the Cricut Maker. And the reason why I'm going to buy this one is because mine does not work the way that it's supposed to work. mine Mine, when it comes to cutting fabric, will just stop. And I have ruined so much expensive fabric messing with this Cricut Maker. And it's upsetting, so I've kind of stopped. But it would make applique work so much easier to actually have the Cricut doing what it's supposed to do. So I am going to buy the Cricut Maker 3 because if it works, it's dynamic. If you are not a Cricut person and you've never purchased a Cricut and you want to try a cutting machine, I think I would actually go with the Silhouette because they make one that's bigger. And the software, honestly, it's not as glitchy as Cricut's. It's just not. And so if you've never, ever gotten into it, you're not upgrading, I'd say I'd probably look into that Pro Silhouette because it's larger. I need Cricut to come out with a machine that's like, I don't know, like 34 inches wide. Like it's just bigger so that I can make my boxes larger. Because again, I always want to enlarge something. I just said that. Whenever I do something, I want to enlarge it. But I am going to buy this Cricut Maker 3. It's supposed to be faster. It's supposed to be double the time of the original Cricut. It's supposed to be 10 times the cutting force of the Cricut Explorer. It works with all of the thicker materials. It's basically the same machine. It's just faster. And now you have to use their cutting materials. I don't know if you can use the other ones, but I know for sure that they're trying to encourage you because they're trying to get us to stop buying these knockoff mats and the materials that are not specifically Cricut. So I get it. I get it. That's what they're going for. And I will be purchasing the 3, but only because the one that I have does not work the way that it's supposed to. And I haven't, I realize, I'm like, whatever. I'm just going to go on ahead and upgrade. And once that rotary blade starts going and it does what it's supposed to do, I'll be able to come out with some more interesting things. Because I do like applique, and I knew that once I started working with applique, whether it be with my AccuQuilt machine or with my Cricut, I was probably never going to turn back because it's right up my alley. I came from a paper crafting world. Do I like the brother scan and cut? Okay, Sylvia, I have it. I have never turned it on. My husband bought it for me, I don't know, like 2 years ago. I've never cut that machine on ever. And that's just due to space and the time that I'm going to have to take to learn a new machine. Why I had to have the brother scan and cut, though, was because when I stamp on stuff, I want to be able to cut it out without without actually doing what we call fussy cutting and paper crafting. I hate that. And the scan and cut can scan the image and then cut it out. Scan and cut is all right with me. They have technology that nobody else can duplicate. They've got that scanning function locked down. And so I had to have the machine. I just haven't turned it on yet. You use the scan and cut. You're on your second one. You use the scanner function. Yeah, the scanner function. You get it, Gail. You already know. You already know. So yes, I will be buying the Cricut Maker 3. I think it's going to be probably around the holiday time when they knock $50 off of it. I mean, it's going to come out and everybody's going to want to have it because all the influencers say to go get it right now and it's so great and everybody wants to be the first person to demonstrate whatever they want to demonstrate. I'll catch it when I catch it. My Cricut now is fine except for the fact that it does not cut. It doesn't always cut what it says it's going to cut when it comes to the rotary function. I've got to I'm just going to get the new one, but I'm not in a hurry to do it. It'll happen when it happens. All right, guys, so we have made it through my 5 topics. If you have made it thus far, if you've been hanging with me the whole way, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please make sure that you are like, commenting, and subscribing. We've got to let everybody know because I am a brand now. This is a thing. This is something that we're going to be doing regularly, and I want YouTube to know that you guys are enjoying what you're seeing. So if you haven't done so already, be sure to smash the like button. I am going to take a 2-minute break. This is what I want to happen. All my people, there are almost 30 people in here. I cannot believe it. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me. If you have a finished quilt, and I know you do because all you guys are my friends. So I know you guys all have some dynamic finished quilts, probably right behind you. I am going to drop a link in the comment section. I want you guys to click and basically just get in line. And then I'm going to start pulling you guys. And all you have to have is a phone with a camera or a computer with the camera function. You need to be doing this in Google Chrome. And let's party. Let's have some fun. I am going to take a sip of some water. I'm going to give you guys a minute to get it all together. Let me drop the invite in the chat so that you guys can get ready. And we are going to have some fun with the show and tell. Oh, look, it worked. It's in there. It's in the chat. You see it? It's in there. I'm going to post it a couple of times. Share it with your friends. Tell your friends to get on here. Ooh, I got another super. Okay, I got to do something special. Let me see. Let me see. What am I going to do? Thank you so much. Let me see. Let me see. I got to do something special. I know. We'll do this. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Whoop, whoop. All right, guys. Again, you said you haven't finished your quilt yet. Yeah, hopefully by my next, this is going to be a regular thing. So it's going to be regular. All right. Oh, Jamie's in there already. Okay, guys, give me a minute to take a sip of some water. We're going to take a quick 2-minute break. Go on ahead and hop in line, and we will get ready to do the show and tell. All right, guys. So I have my very, very, very first person for show and tell. It's Jamie. Yay! I don't know why Jamie is the only person. How come my other friends have not jumped in? Because I know my people out there have some quilts to show off. All right, Jamie, you ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready for me to put you on screen. All right, let's go. Yay, look, it's working. I'm so excited. Technology is exciting.
I'm so excited.
Jamie, turn down your thing so we don't hear the feedback.
Jamie, turn down your thing so we don't hear the feedback. Jamie, turn down your thing so we don't hear the feedback. Jamie, turn down your
Let's see. Can we hear? Can Jamie? Can you hear me? I see that you're muted. I was getting feedback from the thing. Can you turn down your speaker? Will you still be able to hear me?
Will you still be able to hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Let me see. How can we fix this? So this is new.
Can we fix this? So this is new.
Okay. I'm getting feedback here, and I don't know how to fix that. If anybody has any ideas, let me know. Um, I see this quilt behind you, so I am going to not talk, and I'm going to let you tell me what this quilt is behind you.
What this quilt is behind you.
This is All That Jazz. It was entered in a quilt show for AAQLA. It's a panel, and the other squares or blocks were designed with the help of Sylvia Davis, who is a member of AAQLA.
I think it's beautiful, Jamie. I think it is just absolutely stunning. I can see the blocks there in the corner.
I can see.
I love the color story. I think it's just
I love the
beautiful.
color story. I think it's just.
How long ago did you do this?
Probably 2015, 16, maybe. 15, 16, maybe.
I love it. I love everything about it. And we don't always see the more masculine quilts, and I love a masculine quilt, and this has got men in it. I think it's just gorgeous.
And this has got men in it. I think it's just gorgeous. This has got men in it. I think it's just gorgeous.
And women.
There are women on there? Oh, there she is up there. I missed that. Ah.
Oh, there she is up there. I missed that. Ah. Oh, there she is up there. I missed that. Ah. Oh, there she is up there. I missed that.
Love it. Jamie, I love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much for coming on and being my very, very first guest. I see Stephanie is ready. Stephanie, you ready? Give me the thumbs up if you're ready to go live. All right, Jamie, thank you so much. I sure appreciate you. All right, Stephanie, here we go. Hey,
I
Stephanie.
haven't done this before yet, so
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it.
I can see you. I can hear you. I'm not getting any feedback. Let's do it. This is gorgeous. Oh, I've got some stripe. You know how I like a stripe. Now I see some stripes in here.
Let's see.
Ooh.
This one is hanging on our bedroom wall,
Okay.
and then I have two more.
Okay. Come on.
Can we flip these cameras?
Yeah,
Is
I
it?
think you can. Yeah, hit the flip button. Tap your phone and see if it gives you the flip. Okay, now I don't see you, so maybe you cannot flip it. Look, maybe you
Okay.
cannot.
Let me see. I'm gonna
Okay.
do it this way. This is a bed runner.
Oh, I love bed runners. I've got a series coming up about bed scarves. Tell me about that bed runner. Tell me what turn your camera sideways.
This one?
Perfect. Yep.
Okay.
Tell me
This
what I'm
is
looking at.
this is in memory of our daughter Jordan right here.
Oh,
She
okay.
passed away in 2015, and
Oh.
this is all from all of her clothes.
Oh my. Oh my. That's
She
beautiful.
she was 11 years old. So,
Oh, I'm
and this was
sorry to
my
hear that.
brother. She was one of her shirts that she wore of our brother who passed away.
Okay.
And then this is the pajamas, and I finally
Oh.
finished this quilt.
Mhm.
Um, actually a couple of months ago. So.
Stephanie, I always see people who do what are those memory bears and memory, but I have never seen somebody, and I love this because you're sleeping with it under you. I love
Yes.
that. Love it, love it, love it.
Yes.
That is a
And
great one.
the last one, I'm sorry, I have to walk a little bit.
No, that's okay. This is what this is about. I'm not looking for anything formal or anything. I just want to see what everybody is doing and has done. This is it. I am having a time of my life with this.
And this one, let's see.
Oh, it's a portrait quilt.
Uh-huh.
How did you do that?
Turn, turn it on. This is at over 1,500 pieces squares.
What? How did you even think to do that?
It's a lady. Her name is Andy. I sent
Uh-huh.
her the picture and
Okay.
she pixelated it for me. And
Okay.
we went ahead and cut. Let me get close up on it. Let me see. Just squares.
Oh
Some
my
is
goodness.
small as half an inch.
That is amazing.
And my
It's
friend
just
Teresa quilted it for me.
it's amazing. It is such a beautiful tribute. I love it. I love everything about it. I never would have thought to do something like that. And I don't know that I have the patience to do something like that. That is special, special, special.
And I don't
Thank you.
plan ever
Oh,
doing another one. And then
I
this one is
understand.
also hanging in our living room. So,
Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's pretty too. Now, the very first quilt that you showed us that was hanging in your bedroom on the wall,
uh
what
huh.
was that a pattern?
That was that's a pattern.
Who's that pattern by?
Uh, let's
You
go
remember?
down into. I don't remember
And
who it is, but definitely can give it to get it for you. I have
were
it in
the
my to be done pile.
was it appliqued on top of were the stripes, I mean,
No,
were those
those are
circles?
actual squares.
Oh, they're squares and they were
They're
pieced in
they're
there.
log cabin. Log It's a
Oh, so
log
it gives
cabin
you
quilt,
the okay. Oh, oh. You
and
know,
it turned.
Eleanor Burns, I was talking about her earlier, and she came out with that log cabin that book that everybody loves so much. I need to look into log cabins because I really like that. I
Yeah,
liked it a lot.
it was in a quilt magazine from over
I'm
20
sorry.
years
I'm
ago.
sorry. What is that behind you? Oh, no, no, no. Don't just walk past that long arm like
Oh,
we can't see that. No, no,
oh,
no. Wait a minute. Is that a 12-foot frame too?
yes, ma'am.
Oh, yeah, you serious business over there. You are not playing any games about your
Yeah,
quilting.
we have turned my carport into my studio.
Yeah, you did. That's what I'm talking about. You know, maybe my car don't have to go in the garage. We might need to rethink some things.
Yes, I
Stephanie,
actually
where are
I
you
love it.
from?
Huh?
Look at that one. Oh, so Stephanie, you just gonna show me all the quilts that you done ever made ever because you know I'm
Oh,
seeing it,
you
I'm
know what?
catching it.
I was
Love it.
reaching for the pattern, but this is the first one I made when I moved here to North Carolina.
Oh boy. Boy. Oh my god. Yeah. Damo definitely. Damo says it's craft room goals. Absolutely. Absolutely.
The pattern is called, here it is right here. It's called Log Cabin Spin Wall
Oh, okay.
Hanging,
Oh yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Stephanie, did you tell us where you're from?
North Carolina. I live in North
N-
Carolina now.
Really? Oh, okay. All right. What's the weather like out there right now?
Hot.
What's it like in your studio?
Oh, right now it's at 78.
Do you have air conditioning in there with you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. I figured
I
you did.
stay
Yeah.
cold even when it's hot outside. So I have to keep it as between 75 and 78 in here.
So Stephanie, do you do long arm quilting for others? Karen's asking.
I can do it like because I have the computer on here.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I can do that, but I am really learning. I'm on a journey to learn free motion quilting,
Oh,
and I just started this year with free motion quilting, so I'm super
okay.
duper excited about that.
Tell me what machine you have.
This is the Innova
Okay.
22-inch with
Mm-hmm.
lightning stitch and navigator,
Okay.
and it
Okay.
is on a 12-foot frame. I did have the Avante handy quilter Avante,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm familiar.
so I
And
had
you
that one
decided to make the
first.
jump. And you
Yeah,
decided
and
to
I
take the
was like,
jump. Okay.
after I played on it at my friend's house, I was
Uh-huh.
like, I want that one.
Okay. All
That
right.
was my
Stephanie, thank you
first.
so much for having the courage to be part of my show. You have just made it
Thank you for
special.
having me.
You and Jamie, thank you, thank you, thank you. I see that Linda is in the queue. Linda, give me the thumbs
Yes.
up and let me know that you're ready for me to put you on screen. All right.
Bye,
Stephanie, thank you
everyone.
so much. I
Uh-huh.
appreciate you. This is so much fun, you guys. Y'all just don't know. I am tickled to death over here. I can't believe people are actually in the queue. I just knew it was going to be me, and I have no quilts to show. They're all gone. All right, Linda, here you go. You're getting ready to be live. Linda, what are you going to show us today?
I'm going to show you. Hello, everyone. I'm from Carson, California, and I'm a
Whoop,
part
whoop.
of a Sassy Circle. And
That's my
so
circle. Whoop, whoop.
we did a hanging, a wall
Okay.
hanging, and this is one of the Adinka symbols, and
Hmm.
it's wisdom, and it says Matisse.
Wow.
And let me see if I can remember what that means. It's wisdom. You share your wisdom as senior. We share our wisdom.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
think that's correct. And
Okay.
then so this is for one of our Black histories, and this is the other one, and
Oh, oh, that's
that
pretty.
one was on hair. Can you see it? Because I can't.
Uh-huh. I can see
Is it
it.
focused?
Uh-huh. I can see it.
Okay,
What's the
so this
background?
is it's just a piece of fabric.
Okay. All right. Oh, yeah, there we go. I can see it real good. Okay, tell me about it.
So this is my first applique,
Mm.
and so the ladies they challenged me
Mhm. Uh-huh.
because
Uh-huh.
this is my first applique, and so I did the silhouette. Okay, now what kind of hair? Because it was all about the hair,
Okay. Okay.
and so everybody did their own hair thing.
Mhm.
And oh, now I saw myself.
You look good. Keep going. I see your pearls. You got your good pearls on. Keep going. Let's go.
So I did lace,
Mhm.
ribbon lace for the
Okay.
hair,
Oh,
and
okay.
then I put her some earrings on, and then Veronica told me about how to make the lips.
The lips, that's right.
The
I'm here
lips
for it. I
are
love a good lip.
Yes, the lips are a heart, and you just turn the heart
Oh,
around, and
I
that's
would
what
have
it
never
is.
thought of that. I
I
would have
know,
never thought it. I love
I
it. Love
know.
it. Veronica, boy, everybody. That's what I like about these sewing circles. We just feed off each other and help each other out. Love it. Okay, but go back
Yes,
to the other one with the colors for the wisdom. Let me see the wisdom one. Do you have on a Disney shirt? Is that a Minnie Mouse? Oh, you knew where you were coming today, huh? Oh, you knew.
this
You knew.
this is my great granddaughter's first birthday,
Oh, love
so
it.
I'm Gigi. So
Mhm.
they got me a T-shirt.
I love it. So tell me about the colors that you use in the wisdom. What fabric is that? Do you remember? It looks bright, and I love me a bright. Love it.
It's out of stock. I got that for
Okay.
Veronica
Okay.
because, but it's out of stock.
Okay. All right. It's
Um,
pretty.
but it was I can't think of the name of it. I'm not, you know,
Yeah,
I
I
can
know. I know. It's
I
just
can't
pretty, but
rem.
it's bright. And the minute
I
I see something bright, I'm here for it. I want to know what it
Yes,
is. I'm trying
yes,
to get to it.
and it just worked really good with it because the purple here and the purple there just and the orange it just pulled it right on out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
I love it.
I will try to have my quilts on a stand next time
Well, this
because I
works. I
want to
can
support
clearly
my
see
young.
it.
I want to support my young sisters.
Yay! I appreciate it.
So I
And it
will
looks
have a
like I
stand up.
appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So I see Gloria is ready to go, and I am getting ready to say bye to you.
Bye.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I
Thank
appreciate you.
you.
Gloria, give me a thumbs up when you're ready. You can't what? I said give me a thumbs up. I see you talking to me, but I can't hear you. You got to give me a thumbs up and let me know. Literally, just put your thumb up and tell me it's cool for me to put the camera on you. You ready, Gloria? Okay, Gloria, I'm getting ready to put you on the stream. You ready? Okay, there you are. You see yourself? I can't hear you though. Can you hear me? Is your volume on? You said you don't know what's wrong. You know what? Don't worry about it. I can see your quilt. I'm going to ask you yes or no questions about it. How about that? So let me see. This is your most recent quilt, yes? And I see you've got purples back there. Is this a, I know it's a pattern. I don't know whose pattern it is. Is this a 3-yard quilt pattern? No? Okay. All right. I see that you've got some windmills. You sashed it with this purple. Did you choose the colors yourself? You did. All right now. I know that colors freak you out. I know that we talked about how sometimes you do not like to pick your own colors, but I think you did an excellent job. If you ever want a quilt on the Instagram, Facebook to go viral or whatnot, I swear it is the purple quilts that everybody loves. And this one here is just beautiful. I like that it's got a difference between the ones and it's not the same. You've chosen to do two and then one. Most people would have just gone to print solid, but no, it's got some movement to it. I like it. This is probably one of my favorite purple quilts. I like it. It's plum. It's not that super rich purple. I'm here for it. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing. I sure appreciate it. Gloria is also in the Sassy Stashers. So let me know if there is anybody else who wants to get in. I will drop the link and I will give us a few minutes for somebody else to join if they want. And if not, we are going to wrap this puppy up. Let's see here. There's the link in the chat if anybody else wants to get in. I appreciate everybody who has gotten in thus far, making my very, very first live a true success. I can't do it without you guys. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the super chats. My girlfriend said I need to explain super chats. So what that is that's a way for you to help support my channel monetarily. You can do it through, if you'd like to just support the channel, you can certainly do it through PayPal. My PayPal is in the description. My Cash App is in the description. Or you can purchase a super sticker or a super chat. And like I said, I'm just pouring it right back into this channel. Buying fabric ain't cheap, guys. And I know you guys know that. Oh, you guys want to know about the QRC code on the label. Oh, Karen, you do. You know what's going on. So I did a quilt, a Beauty and the Beast quilt for one of my good friends, and she loved it. And one of the cool things about this Beauty and the Beast quilt was that I did a QR code on the back. And I also did a Spotify code. So she can scan it with her phone and it will play the Beauty and the Beast song. You guys, I know that's special. I like it. But also I embedded a very special video that was straight to her with the with the QR code. The way that I did that is through something called Pinless. Actually, I can show you Pinless right here. There are these. These are QR codes, and these are stickers. So sometimes if I'm doing my paper crafts and I want to do a special video or something like that in a card, I will use one of these. And what you do is you just put it in the card. It's a sticker, and you scan it, and it, you add your video to it. I have a video coming up, I think it's this week or next week, about how I do my labels now. My labels have been evolving, but now I think I've got it the way that I want them. Labels are super duper important to me. And so Pinless now has the option to print it. So you can download it and then print it. And you guys know that I print on fabric. If you didn't know that, now you know. Check out my quilts. I think it's how to gift a quilt. I don't know if I have one specifically for quilt labels, but again, I've got a video coming up, but that's how I did that. It's through the Pinless app. Download it. Very, very simple. And you can actually resize it. The one that was on my girlfriend's quilt is actually super small. It's smaller than the sticker and it's still scanned. She was able to scan it, no problem. All right, guys, it looks like that's it. It looks like there's nobody else this week. Please, please, please tag me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Let me know if there are people that you want me to see. Let me know if there are videos that you want me to review. I want to see what you guys are seeing. And again, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all you. I cannot do this live without you. Thank you for making it such a success on my first time around. And I will catch you guys on the next one. All right, bye-bye.